Welcome to the OCAA Curling Championships here in Peterborough, Ontario. First stone thrown by Confederation. Today's matchup in men's curling. First game of the day for the men. We have Confederation College versus Humber College. First stone there was thrown by Confederation. Their lead is Jeremy Bertoldo. Places it into the house. Looks to be about top 8 foot there. The lead for Humber College. Looking to do a, looks to be guard called by Zach Shirtliff. Zach is a vet in the sport here. A past coach and curler for Humber College as well. They just toss up a nice little corner guard there. Emerson Steffler being the lead for Humber College. They have a mix of veterans and first years on the team, along with that Confederation team as well. Relatively new. Their skip, Kirkwood Mcguire, he's a second year right now, calling the shots down at the far end. If you're just tuning in, I hope you're a fellow curling fan. If you're not used to the sport, each male here will throw 2 stones in the same order every end, playing 8 ends in total, depending on score and if the teams shake later on. Looking about hack weight, Zach's coming down. Looks good. Needs a little bit more room to curl here. Rolls out to 12 foot. Those shots on the outside there, those rocks can be definitely come in handy later on in the end. Sometimes you kind of forget about them hanging out. And, you know, if a nice double is made later on, that's definitely a great opportunity to score multiple points in an end. Garrett Giles now shooting for Confederation College. He's their second. And he is a second year as well from Thunder Bay, Ontario. Looks good, but needs to curl there. Kirkwood is going to sweep it just to the back of the 4 foot, it looks like. Wide open. Now you could either come down and freeze on top of that, or looks like Zach Shirtliff is calling a hit hack weight. The second for Humber College is Brady Lumley. Nice rolling back out to that outside. Not a lot of curl early on, but those pebbles are just getting worn in. You'll probably see a little bit more swing later on. He's calling a hit here on the outside. Yeah, he's not liking those 2 stones there. Mcguire is not. Calls for the hit, but you're going to watch this rock float out. Sometimes it's better not to sweep at all. Stays out a little bit. Just misses the double. Yes. Shirtlift's going to try to capitalize here. Get one onto the paint, into the middle. Lumley. It's close here. This is when you get to see that nice curl come in. It's got a little bit of room still around that top Confederation stone. Yes, a lot of swing when you get over that hog line. Curl just about a foot there. Beautiful shot. Top 12. Not as deep as they would have liked it, but it's well guarded. The Vice now stepping up for Confederation College. That's Sean Morick. He is a first year for the team. Federation, they're timing their stones as well. Typically, they'll time it between the that tee line and the hog line, just to give a better read on the ice. Looking for the last little curl. Little heavy, though. Just sits back 12. Zach's calling for that tap. Little hit and roll. Hack weight. As the Vice now steps up there for Humber College. That's Matthew Garner throwing his first stone of the match. First end in the OCAA championships for curling, hosted by Fleming College in Peterborough, Ontario. Yeah, that was way inside, right out of the gate. Ended up coming up for a double guard, just bumping in his other guard. Curling is all about capitalizing basically on the mistakes of your opponent and predicting and making a move before they can make their move. So it's like a chess game out there. Lots of room on that top guard, but it looks to be a little light, hence the sweeping. For the second stone by Morick. Top 12. Looking hit just on nose. Maybe a hair thinner. Try to get that double at the back. Garner, a third-year student from Toronto, Ontario, throwing his final stone for end number 1. Inside, sweepers are on it. Oh, calling them off, just a hair off nose, gets the cross double nicely done, and stays in the paint 12 foot on the outside there. Sitting 3 right now for Humber College. Federation has to be careful here. They're calling a draw to get in. There's lots of guards up top. But Zach Shirtlift definitely can throw some serious weight. I curled against him in the past. And he knows how to throw some good weight and clear a house if he needs to. But they're sitting 3 right now. So Mcguire throwing his first stone. Day 1 at the OCAA Curling Championships here in Peterborough, Ontario at the Peterborough Curling Club. Looks a little light, coming up a little short, and they're not getting that swing that they necessarily want. A lot of curl over that hog line. You see it curls about a foot there. But just coming to that 4 foot. This is tough. You could throw almost a lighter weight and even just bump it a little back, try to roll to the inside, or you keep that center clean, hack weight, just look for the hit and a roll back to the outside to your other 2 stones that are sitting 12 foot there. Shirt lift, first stone, end number 1. There's Skip, former second vice Skip and coach for Humber College. Just bumps it, catches it a hair there, pushes it out, I think far enough. They're still going to be sitting 3. Yep. It's cleared, but he would have liked to stick around there. So as Kirkwood Mcguire throws his final stone, Humber has hammer, end number 1. Really needs this draw to stick, or else Humber has a great chance at scoring 3 or 4. Here, so he wants this curl, reach that center line for sure. But he just needs to be sitting 8 foot to be shot here. So far it looks good. Sweepers are on it. Waiting up. Humber does have that blue stone that's on the top 12 there. They got to be careful, sweeping hard. It's going to be close. Looks like they're catching it. Yeah, they're going to spin out and sit top 12, wide open hit now for Humber, and they'll be able to sit 4, I believe, if they hit this on nose. These shots you can't take lightly, though. You still want to maintain that focus. It's not the most challenging shot, most difficult, but you do need to make sure you have that same setup. Keep that composure. They're on the clock as well. It's released. Zach Shirtliff could be looking at a hefty first end, cleaning it. Needs to curl a little bit, might spin out. Come across the top. They're going to sit 4. They're having a look at that top one. May not be in the paint. Can't quite tell from where I am seated. Might be grabbing the stick here. They're going to take a quick little measurement, make sure it's touching that 12 foot. But they got 3 for sure. That's a great start for Humber College, Toronto. Humber definitely has an advantage with just their experience themselves. Their skip, Zach Shirtliff, he's curled at multiple national curling championships. This is his 4th year. So we'll get the final word here if they got 3 or 4 in end number 1. Looks like they get the 3, so Confederation College catches a break, end number 1. And now Zach's going to play a little aggressive. He's calling for top 4 foot for first stone. It's going to be nice to see how Kirkwood Mcguire handles second end. He has hammer. He's going to have that last shot. The young team. Looks a little light. Might come up a little short. They definitely want this on the paint, but as close as they can get it would be good. Yeah, going to be sitting top 12 foot. Actually, top 8 now. That's a great shot by Emerson Steffler. As Humber now has a little team meeting here to go over their potential strategy for this end. Great be able to step aside. That's that leadership. They're used to being in this position. You always want to take, 15, 30 seconds after an end to say what the goal is for the next end, what you want to accomplish, what you're looking to doing. So bringing the team together to have that conversation can really improve your gameplay and how you're going to be performing. Now, let's see. We're told, though, going to be biting that top 12. That's a dangerous game to play. Yeah, Shirtlift going to be calling that hit and roll to center. With Humber getting that lead early on, they're just going to be looking to keep it open here. So Confederation College, they're going to need some guards up just to help them out. Give them a little bit of room. You're looking at getting a duplicate in. You don't just want 1 point here, you want to get 2. You steal 1, you take 2. That's the goal. Nice hit, rolls. Looks like it's just outside 12 foot as well, sitting as a guard. That's a great rock placement because you can look to split that later on and have 2 come in into the rings. Bertoldo taking his second shot, end number 2, first year from Thunder Bay, Ontario. So he's local to Confederation College. Always nice when you have those local athletes representing the school. Gonna catch it, spin out though. Could have a little bit of nerves as well. Humber definitely has been a strong force in the curling world for the colleges throughout the last, I would say, at least 5 years, if not longer than that. Wanting to come top 8. If they can get these to split, that wouldn't be a half bad shot, but you definitely want that later on in the end than now. Yeah, it has a nice finish to it. Look at that curl, almost gets over that center line. Just half in that top 4 foot. McGuire's going to be calling the hit here, hack weight. He's at a tough spot here as Garrett Giles, their second. Garrett Giles taking his first shot. McGuire has to make the decision where they want to play that chase game, where they're going to be hitting, or if they're going to look to stick around a little bit. Maybe they could have froze on top there. But they hit, roll to the outside. Good weight. On the ice, it's 42.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Speaking to the ice maker, he actually dropped the ice temperature by about 0.5 degrees for this bonspiel here. Is this the break that Confederation gets? No, they're going to spin to the outside. So good amount of curl there, little inside to start, but they get the job done. They spin out. Now it's open house as Giles takes his second stone. This is the fourth stone of the end. Mcguire looking to put that rock back on the outside, it appears. T-line, maybe just back. I'll be sitting back 12 foot here. Shirtlift calls a hit as well. They're just keeping it open. They're up by 3 right now early on. They're looking just to maintain that lead, not give them anything. If they only give up 1 point here, that's a successful end. A 1 point end, they retain hammer. They still have a 2 point lead going into the third end, and they'll be looking to take another 2. So Mcguire will be trying to get, you want a multiple scoring end here, and rolls a little bit to the outside. Yeah, so he's calling the hit here. I would almost be looking to freeze. It's behind T-line. You can get shot stone. You look to stick around. Just sit right on top of that stone. You're looking for a multiple scoring end. If you're playing this hit game, you're opening the door to keep it the low scoring for yourself, which is what Humber College prefers. Nice nose hit, though. He's betting on the mistakes of Humber. As Matthew Garner steps up for his first stone, end number 2. Humber College versus Confederation College at our OCAA 2019-2020 Curling Provincial Championships. Beautiful nose hit again. Mcguire could be looking just to set up end number 3 a little bit better as well. So maybe he wants to blank this one. Which isn't a half bad idea now later on. Needs to curl, it's going to roll out. Gets the job done, but now open house. Zach has a great opportunity for a split here. This can really put the pressure on Kirkwood Mcguire here. You just roll 2 of those stones into that top 12, even 8 foot. It's going to be very difficult to get that double. Could be just drawing a little draw here. Maybe trying to draw 4 foot behind their near guard. Yeah, see, this is good. You can go for that draw behind their guard. And worst case scenario, comes a little tight. You just play that nice little split. So it looks like they're by with some room, looking to get that curl. Great weight Just biting the button. Could be an open hit. You throw a hack weight at this. Maybe even a little bit lighter. You could look to just roll behind their top guard and hope that they miss that run back. If you sit open, maybe they're looking for the blank.
Yeah, James said we can do that. That'd be great.
So Kirkwood Mcguire from Fort Francis, Ontario, second-year curler for Confederation College, throwing stone number 2 or 1. Has hammer. It's tight. Oh, looks good. Just by. Nice little run back. Open hit now for shirt lift. Final stone for Skip, Zach Shirtleff. Open hit. Needs to curl a little bit, has some room. Touching center line, see if they can get it to move a little bit. It does. Looks like they can see about half of it. So I'd be throwing just a little bit heavier weight here. Just control. I'd be looking to split that house. No other stones are in the house. So you want to blank this one and then try to set up end number 3 for your advantage. So Mcguire be coming down here. We'll see the weight that he uses. Looks to be about control, close to that center line. They're able to hold it. Looks good from my point of view. Nice shot. Spins out blank end for number 2. Good shooting there by Kirkwood Mcguire. Now he's going to be looking to score a deuce, hopefully, in end number 3. As Emerson Steffler for Humber College steps up, he is a rookie. This is his first year from Markham, Ontario. Looks good. Getting that close guard again. Sitting just a couple feet from the house. Nice close guard for Humber College to start. I'm wondering if they're looking at stealing this end. Toldo throwing a corner, but it looks to be a little heavy. It's going in the house. Going to be sitting around T line here. Zach's calling a board hit, board weight. Looking for a hit and a roll in behind his probably top guard if he can. Steffler. Looked inside, but it's just that release. It's coming a far way out. Might be a little wide here. Just off nose, rolls to outside 12 foot. So Mcguire going to be calling a hit, control weight. He's coming from the center line, so you're going to see a lot more curl here. If they're catching half of this stone, it's going to dive back to the center, roll across ice, but with that weight, yeah, Zach looking to sweep it to the back 12. It stays around. Lumley. Yeah, they're just going to play it safe right now. Any yellow in the house is now a threat, so they're just playing that little tap game. Stick around. Yeah. Nice call. He's calling a freeze here. So Mcguire trying to freeze to the top. That's at the back of the house. That's a great call if you're looking for a multiple. You got to keep the stones around if you're looking to score. So Garrett Giles throwing his first stone for N3. 3-0 right now for Humber College. In the first gameplay for the men's college championships here in Peterborough, Ontario. Comes up a little short. Nice draw. Going to be behind that top guard. Looks to be sitting just about 4 foot. You can just see maybe 2 inches of it sticking out. Not sure the weight Shirtlift just called. Looks to be just about hack weight. Little light. Sweepers are on it. Tight to their top guard. Worst case scenario, they split it. It's by a gorgeous shot by Lumley. Rolls out. He would have liked to stick around in that outer 12-foot area, but can't complain getting by that top guard. Giles, a little wider here as both teams try to get a handle on the ice. The ice changes throughout the course of the match. I think sitting back 4, open hit, but Zach Shirtliff calling a freeze again, so Garner taking his first shot of end number 3. Going to be throwing a draw here. This could give him a good chance to steal at Confederation Rock. They're throwing yellow. Humber College throwing blue. Just light clean here, so it's close. They're waiting for it to curl. Looks a little light. Throwing about 2.5 rotations down that sheet. Well, a little bump back, okay. So almost rolls to cover nose of their back 12-foot stone. Looks like Sean Morick is going to be throwing a double, try to roll to the inside. Great chance to get back into this game. Needs to curl. Might be looking to run on their yellow here. No, sticks behind. Rolls out, so they are sitting two. One back 4 foot and one on the outer 12. That's a good start, though. House is well split up. As vice for Humber College, Matthew Garner throwing his final stone of end number 3 with some weight here. Normal. Coming across, trying to get that double as it floats to the outside. He's hitting just off nose, sticks around outer paint. So there's a great opportunity here now for Confederation College to get a couple points in end number 3, close the gap up. 8-end game for the men and women. And the mixed doubles as well at the OCAA College Curling Championships here at the Peterborough Curling Club. Heavy draw, splitting it, so they're going to be sitting back, looks like biting 8, and then the back 12 foot there. So the front of the house still open. Zach coming down the ice, he was smiling. It's good to stay loose in these matches. You really want to enjoy it. It helps you to stay relaxed on the ice. So when you do get some pressure shots, you know, you're not all tensed up. I find you can definitely shoot better when you have that relaxation, that calm in your mind. So Zach Shirtliff's first stone, end number 3, looking to freeze on top of the yellow, reduce the damage, or steal one. Has some room. Weight looks a little heavy, but the line is spot on. Gonna come just bump back there, yellow. Few inches, not too much. That's a great shot by 4th year Zach Shirtliff for Humber College. The head coach for Humber College, Sean Turriff, watching intently this matchup as Kirkwood Mcguire throws his first stone for Confederation College here. Looks like he's throwing just a hair heavy. So he could be, looks to be about hack weight, maybe even bored a little bit more. Trying to get it to curl. They jumped on that a little quick. They had lots of room. They were too quick on that draw. Sometimes you've got to let it settle and watch where it's going. So that's potentially just some inexperience coming up, but that's all right. You learn. These spiels, they're getting in a lot of matches throughout the weekend. This is a 4-day event, so they curl Thursday, Friday, Valentine's Day, February 14th. They'll be curling Saturday, and then whoever makes the playoffs, we have the bronze and gold medal matches on Sunday morning and afternoon this weekend. So for these young athletes, this younger Confederation team, this is a great chance to play against some good curlers and gain that experience. You know, maybe they don't make those playoffs this year round, but it's a great opportunity if you're a young team, you're sticking around for 1-2 years altogether, is to build that experience base. And then next year coming back, they'll be able to work from that and use that to help them with strategy or just confidence as well. Looks to be a little short, a little light. He wants this to be a shot stone, trying to hit that 4-foot. Beautiful. Nice sweeping job by Steffler there and Lumley. So, Kirkwood Mcguire forced to draw in, try to get closest to the pin. It's when you want to come down and be confident. Hey, you can throw that stone, you know where it needs to be, and you put it there. Looks good. Sweepers are on it, so it could be a little light. Coming into that center, they still got a little bit room. Trying to take it there. It's going to be just short. Freezing on top. So Humber College is going to steal one in end number 3. Take the lead 4-0 early on. It's going to be important here for Mcguire just to keep calm, stay collected. You get 2 in end number 4 here. It's a 2-point game. You got lots of opportunity to climb back into this matchup, but you got to keep rocks around. If the rocks aren't sticking around, that reduces your chance of getting multiple points, and that's exactly what Mcguire is going to need in these later ends. Humber plays a great game where they know how to keep that house clean. So Shirtliff calling for that first stone to be into the house. They want to play a little aggressive, force Confederation to potentially make some hits or ignore it, which is what you have to do early on when that rock's in the house. Heavy, can he take it back? Might be able to sweep it out. He does. So that first stone by Steffler. Heavy goes through the house. You're going to be taking a break here after fourth end. Fourth end break allows them to regroup with their coach, maybe have some snacks. So they get a short break. And it looks like it's into the house, so they haven't quite adjusted for the ice picking up in speed. Zach's not even going to sweep that because he's just looking to remove it from gameplay. No point in keeping around, calls that board weight. Probably trying to hit and stick. So Emerson, Steffler throwing his final stone before the fourth end break. Looks to be right on nose. They clean it all the way down. Nice shot. Good throw. Yeah, Mcguire can't be chasing here, so he's got a calling for the freeze. Coming across center line as well. You're going to see a little bit more curl when it comes, touches that center line. So Bertoldo throwing his final stone before fourth end break. Sweepers are on it. Could be a little light here. The skip relies heavily on those sweepers to also read that weight as well. So when I was skipping, you're really focusing on that line call, and you're basically hoping those sweepers can predict that weight properly. And you got to keep that communication open as well. So when I was playing Vice, doing a lot more sweeping, if I think a rock's light, I'll be yelling it down and put my broom on the ice, starting that clean, getting ready. They're just trying to catch the edge of it. So Lumley, Brady Lumley, the second for Humber College, throws a nice stone as they roll just on top. They're getting some great weight here. Throwing that board hack weight. I personally love those sort of hits, especially when you're playing this type of game. You have a little bit more control over it, room to curl, and if it's a little tight, you can still sweep it and hold it to the outside. So far, the ice isn't swinging a lot, not a ton of curl this morning at the Peterborough Curling Club. But I suspect as we get more games in, it'll start to curl a little bit more here. Sweepers are hard on it, looks a little bit light. Maybe even just freeze it to that top guard, yeah. Little tap back, corner freeze. Shirtleft's going to leave it around. Wants the stone top 8. So Lumley's going to be throwing a draw here. Notice he's putting that broom. That's only about 4 feet, if that, of ice called. So you can tell it's only curling about 3 feet. You really see the rock break when it comes across that center line. Needing it to curl. They're going to be taking it to the back of the house here. They read that little heaviness, so they thought they'd bring it back. Good call. Sometimes the plan B has to work out, so now if Mcguire freezes on top, Humber can actually sit right on top of that pin. So he's going to be calling a corner freeze. You're looking just to get shot stone here. That Humber blue stone is just behind T-line, so you have a good chance of staying shot stone, and you have some backing here as well. You don't want to be too heavy. You want that rock to come across that center line, get a little bit curl. Yeah, so he was throwing a back hog line weight. But it sticks around. Shirtleff either gonna hit nose, maybe roll in behind, or try to just split the house. Get a nice hit, roll to the outside of that 12-foot, leave that center area open. Pretty much all blue stones are all in a row. Close. Good throw by Garner, but it runs back onto their back blue, so it's going to stick around for third shot as the shooter rolls out to be biting back 8 foot. sometimes as a skip, you gotta watch what the other team is calling for their ice. Really analyze not just your stones, your shooters, but the other team shooters. You want to really get a good grasp on how the ice is curling, what's the weight. Really analyze it to the best of your ability, because that'll help your game and advance your shots as well. You'll be able to make calls with more confidence. So it's going to be sitting back 8 foot, possibly biting that 4. Humber College still shot stone here as Matthew Garner steps up for his final stone as the vice for Humber College. This is exactly what Kirkwood Mcguire needs, though. Lots of rocks in play. He has 2 sitting at the back of the house. Not quite helping him out yet, but depending how the shots go, they could definitely be an advantage for him to get a couple points up on that scoreboard. So Garner trying to throw just a draw, sit top 12, looks heavy. You can see sweepers are calling for that back stone. Oh, it's coming in beautifully, starting to slow now. Waiting for it to curl. They wanted to touch that center line, looking for a good freeze now. That's that plan B option, coming just across the pin. Still room here. Kirkwood has a great chance here. You throw maybe not quite hack weight, you catch just the edge of it, and you can actually come across the face of that center stone, and you'll be able to bump out 2 of the blue here. So you want that blue center stone to shoot back to about 8 foot, and then your shooter to roll across the top and catch their other buried stone. But it looks like they're tight. Sorry, a little outside. They're going to poke it through the hole. Oh, it rolls. Lots of rocks in play today. So Humber currently sitting 1. Second shot, though, is Confederation at the back of the house. Humber then has number 3 shot stone, and Confederation has 4 and 5. So they're looking to either remove some stones right here, clear it up a little bit, which appears to be the call, control weight, tight ice, but it's not moving too much when they do throw a little bit heavier. So see if they've got a grasp on how the ice is curling this morning. Zach Shirtliff, first stone, 4th end, throw some good weight, looks to be about normal. Just on that center line, nice clean, coming across the nose, double, beautiful double, sit. He's sitting 1, 2, and 3 right now. Great shot by Zach Shirtliff, 4th year for Humber College. Long-time curler, has many, many years of experience under his belt. So Mcguire looking to draw. Now they're giving the ice just out on the outside of that 4 foot. So looking to curl, maybe place this in on that T-line blue stone. Just a corner freeze gives you a chance for 2. So we threw a little tight, but I think that's for the better. It needs to come across the center line. Looks to be a little heavy. Sweepers backing off now, waiting for it to curl. Going to be sitting in just that pocket. Shot stone goes to the back 4. Nicely done. Went a little bit deeper than they wanted, but it still puts Zach Shirtliff into a interesting position here. He's going to be throwing what looks to be a little bit lighter weight. Probably just a heavy draw, so aiming for that back 12-foot. Looking just to tap it back maybe a foot and sit shot zone. Give him some backing, so then if Mcguire comes down with some heavy weight, he can't remove multiple blue stones. Final stone for Zach Shirtliff. Confederation College has the hammer. Sweepers are on it. It's a little tight. Touching that center line. They're just keeping it across here. Getting off it at the end, wanting that curl now, bringing it across top of the stone. Nice tap back. They're going to be sitting 4 right now for Humber College. So, Kirkwood Mcguire looking just to repeat that draw, throw the same weight to take 1 in end number 4 and get up on the board. That's why you throw that first stone as that same draw. He just threw this exact same shot. He's looking to repeat it to get 1 point here. He'll be taking a 4th end break following this shot. Looks good. Sweeper's just starting to clean. Curling in nicely, not yet touching that center line. Looks good. Coming across. Looks to be a beautiful shot. Tapping it back, nicely done by Mcguire to get on the board. 4th end ends with Humber College leading by 3 as they take their break. If you're just tuning in, I'm Andy Hine at the OCAA Curling Provincial Championships here in Peterborough, Ontario at the Peterborough Curling Club. Now to get the words of advice from coaches. Clancy Grandy is a first-year coach for Humber College. She's coming out for the men. As Dan Stazenko comes out for Confederation College. We'll be back in the next few minutes. Now's a good time to grab that hot chocolate or tea. If it's chilly where you are on a beautiful Thursday morning. And we are back at the OCAA Curling Provincial Championships in Peterborough, Ontario, at the Peterborough Curling Club. You're watching Humber College play against Confederation College in the men's competition. First match for the men's in this spiel. That was Jeremy Bertoldo of Confederation College, first-year student, throwing stone number 1 of the 5th end. Humber right now leads by 3, 4-1 on the board. Hogged first stone. Coming back after the break. Getting either a little sleepy, a little tired. Now Emerson Steffler of Humber College will throw his first stone. Humber College has hammer in the 5th end. Looking to open up their lead, get 2 or more here this afternoon. Or this morning, excuse me. This Bonspiel is going on all weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the gold and bronze medal matches taking place on Sunday morning and afternoon. Inside the Peterborough Curling Club, it's about 43 degrees Fahrenheit on the ice. Outside temperature being a little bit warmer today. They clean the rock, looking for this draw to the center. Yeah, it's hanging out there a fair bit right now. You're not seeing a ton of curl until it approaches that center line. A little bit heavy as well, though, as it sits on T-line. Looking for a hit and roll in behind their top guard for Giles. Looks to be a bit outside. As Bertoldo jumps on it, trying to sweep it and get it to grab the ice to curl across, grab those pebbles. Still, hair off nose hit. They're going to stick around. Open hit now for their second for Humber College. That's Brady Lumley from Belleville, Ontario, second year with the college. Throwing a very nice board weight. Sweepers are on it here. Looking to get that curl behind. Beautiful shot by Humber's second, Brady Lumley. That's beautifully read. Comes up a little bit short, but still sitting top 12 foot. They're talking about a hit and roll or a draw. Decided on the draw. Try to freeze it to their shot stone. Needs a little bit of room to curl here. Good weight, though. Maybe they're going to sweep it by. Shot stone, take it to the back of the house. A little bit farther back, but sitting 4 foot. That's a good shot by Lumley. Vice stones now, end number 5. We play 8 ends here for the men's and women's competition. Coming from the outside, trying to follow that same path down for Sean Morick. Also a local to Confederation College from Thunder Bay. They've traveled a long way to Peterborough to get their games in. I love college sports for that aspect. They allow you to meet so many great individuals across not just the province, but across the country as well when you get up to the national championships. Gives you some travel experience, life experience, and some sport experience. So overall, I think it's all positive for these young athletes or vets. If they're returning to school later on in the years. Just like Humber College's Skip Zach Shirtlift. Nice stone by Garner. Didn't get as much curl as they wanted on it. Just biting that 4 foot. Mcguire calling for Morick for a freeze here. Back leg just hung out a little bit there, so you might see this stone drift a bit to the outside as the sweepers start to clean. Close, waiting for it to curl. Looks like it's got a little bit extra weight on it, so a hair heavy as it bumps in. Humber College's rock to that 4 foot. Looks like a double set up there. He's calling that board weight. So Matthew Garner going to be throwing a hit. Looking just to roll about a foot to the inside. Hangs out close. Looking to get it to curl a little bit here. Hits on nose. So Confederation College's stone's going to stick around. So right now, Humber looks to be sitting about 3, with Confederation having their 4th stone in there. This could be a big end winding up for the Humber College team, as skip Kirkwood Mcguire comes down, looking to get throw some heavyweight in here, clear out some of those blue stones in there. They have 1 yellow sticking around, and if that's removed, Humber could be looking at a 5-point end. So really trying to open it up, throwing about control. Sweepers off of it, just needing it to curl in here. Just off nose. It's to the outside. So they actually clear out their own yellow. All blues stick behind those 2 guards, staggered guards as well. That Confederation. So they do have a little run back opportunity, but that's going to be a very tight shot to make. So Humber College with a potential large end coming up here in the 5th. Taking a little time to make the call. Those 2 top stones above that tee line are flat across, so it's just biting that 8-foot. That one's flat across from the one just biting button. Maybe just a hair higher by a couple inches here. So Humber is sitting 4 at the moment. Calling for a draw to the inside. Now, this side of the ice hasn't been utilized as much this end. They've been really focusing on the left side. So sometimes that could slow that ice down, so this might be a little bit slower. Not as many stones have gone through this side of the sheet. So you kind of got to make those predictions on weight. You know, you're guessing a little bit more. It looks like it's got a nice curl. It's going to finish well. Come around top stone. Hair heavy, though. Going back of the house. Nice shot there by skip Zach Shirtleff. Sits in the back 4-foot. So they got 3 in the 4-foot. 1's above tee line for Humber College. 2 in the back 12. So they're sitting 5 right now, as 1's just above tee line as well on the outside, biting that 8-foot. Mcguire throwing his final stone. This is a pressure shot here. You really are looking to reduce the scoring. He's got an opening, though. The button's still wide open here. Looks like he's throwing some weight. They're looking for a hit and roll to the inside. Great gutsy call. Sweepers are on it. It's going to catch it too thick. Nope. Comes across. What a nice shot by Mcguire. Looks to be sitting 2nd shot. It's close, though. They might have to measure that. What a beautiful pressure shot in end number 5 to really turn the handles over to 4th year Zach Shirtleff. They're going to be coming in for a draw, or, oh no, they're going to try the same thing on the far side with Yellowstone. So they don't have a lot to lose here. They could give up 1 point, but it's a risk for a high reward here. You make the shot, you're looking at a 3 or more potentially for the Humber College team. Throwing some serious weight. Yes, the sweepers need to be on it. Curling, rolling across. Beautiful shot. Hits it spot on, so let's count up those stones now. Zach Shirtliff with a gorgeous shot following Kirkwood Mcguire. That is going to be a 5-point end. That was absolutely wonderful, and it looks like they're shaking as well after that. Honestly, nicely done by the Confederation team. Kirkwood Mcguire threw a beautiful stone to hit, roll into that 4-foot, take shot stone, be biting button, and Zach, that experience, comes down, follows him on that other side for a double to take 5 in N5. So they just opened that lead up 9-1, and Confederation has shook. So this game is ended early with a beauty, 2 beauty takeouts to finish this one off. That's a great start for Humber College. They're going to feel quite happy after that one. It's always good to have a great game like this to start off the spiel. Get that confidence up, get some nice shots in. Wow, what a way to end the first game of the day for Confederation. Humber College, well done.